So today we're talking about setting SMART goals, okay? So I know that before you came in the challenge, we discussed your goals and roundabout what you wanted to achieve, but we want to make sure they're specific and they're clear, okay? So I want to make sure I go over this with you guys. All right, so why you should set a SMART goal. So when you set a SMART goal, it helps you to have a plan. It gives you clarity and it allows you to focus on what is most important, okay? It also helps you get motivated and stay on track. So now you know exactly what you're moving towards, okay? And it's gonna set you up for success, all right? It's hard to keep moving past something and do things that are hard if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have a clear goal. So this is very important. So I want you guys to, Charlissa, if you can, make sure that you have your goal out in front of you where you wrote it down. And we're going to tweak that and make it a little bit better, a little bit more clear for you. And then when we finish, you're going to put it somewhere where you can see it every single day. All right. Okay. So what are SMART fitness goals? So SMART is an acronym. Okay. And you want to make sure all of your goals are specific. All right. Measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. All right, that's what SMART stands for. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Your goal needs to include all of those things. All right, when we talk about being specific, what are we talking about? So this is a must when it comes to setting SMART goals, okay? Specific goals, they have to have like a numerical value to them, okay? This helps you determine whether you're successful or like you're failing toward reaching that goal. So it needs to have some kind of number there attached to it. All right. And when you are specific, this takes away all the uncertainty regarding whether you're hitting your goal or not. Like when you look back at that goal and you go to check your progress, you know exactly what you've done and what you haven't done. It's not up in the air. It's not like, well, I think I'm reaching it or not. Like it's very clear. All right. So for example, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay. That's a good goal because you have a number with it, right? I want to lose 3 inches off my waist. All right, you got a number there and you can actually go back and look and see if you're actually doing well toward that goal or moving away from that goal. So when we talk about specific, make sure your goal is clear, okay? If you're wanting to lose weight, how much? Okay, you wanting to lose inches, how much? Whatever your goal is, it needs to make sure it has a number beside it. So just say, what your main, and when we talk about your goal, we focus on your main goal. Okay, we have a lot of goals, of course, but what's that main goal that you're trying to achieve? The main one, that's the one that we're focusing on. Okay, so say if your goal is to, you want to lose, you want to decrease the cellulite on your legs, like that's the main thing you want to do. All right, so that's not a number compared to that, right? There's nothing that you can, put, you got to put something with that to make it specific. So what will help you with decreasing that cellulite off your legs is exercise, okay? So what you would do is, if your goal is to decrease the cellulite on your legs, that's your main goal. You want to make sure that you say, okay, well, I'm going to exercise, make sure I exercise 3 days a week, because that exercise and what we're doing is going to help you decrease the cellulite. All right. So that's how you can return that goal that's kind of up in the air, like decrease cellulite, like there's no way to measure that. Besides, you can measure it on progress pictures, but then again, it may take a while, you may not be able to see it. So to put a number there, what's going to help you with that cellulite is exercising at least 3 days a week. All right, at the minimum. All right, measurable. All right, you want to make sure your goals are measurable. They must be measurable. All right. This is going to allow you to gauge whether you're moving towards your goal or away from your goal, okay? So when we talk about measurable goals, so how will you measure your goal? Okay, how will you measure it? Will you use the scale? Will you use a measuring tape? Being able to fit in a certain size of clothing, is that how you're going to measure your goal? Are you going to measure your goal by tracking your behavior? If you're actually being consistent 3 days a week or not? Your workout days. If your goal has anything to do with your mental, then are you performing your morning mindset routine 5 days a week? Like, how are you going to measure this goal? Okay. Say if you your goal was to change your mindset and actually like exercising. Okay. How are you going to measure that? What are you going to do? Okay. How are you going to measure your goal? So You have your goal sitting in front of you. How are you going to measure that goal? Write that down. All right. And if you can't put a number on it, it's not measurable, and it leaves too much room for you to have to interpret whether you're meeting it or not. So you want to make sure you put that number beside it. Okay. That's measurable, attainable. You got to be attainable. All right. Don't set yourself up for failure. Okay. Your overall goal is great. Like, you have an ultimate goal, and we probably discussed that before you got in the challenge, but what we want to focus on is setting those smaller goals, all right, that can be achieved within 10 to 12 weeks or less, okay? But you still want this to be challenging, all right? So based on where you are now, is your goal attainable? Look at your goal and see if it's realistic, okay? Example, a healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds per week, all right? So losing 10 pounds in 12 weeks is attainable, okay? That's an example, 10 pounds in 12 weeks. Make sure, like, you're in the challenge for 12 weeks and you put in 40 pounds, that's not attainable. Don't set yourself up for failure, okay? All right, example, if you have a busy schedule and you wanna make exercise a lifestyle and you wanna incorporate it into your day, working out 3 days a week for 30 minutes is attainable, all right? So you're gonna say, I'm gonna work out 3 days for at least 30 minutes and I'm gonna stick to that consistently. That's attainable. You don't want to go in and say, oh, I'm gonna work out 5 days a week, and you haven't even been working out 1 day consistently. All right, don't set yourself up for failure. Relevant. Okay, your goals must be relevant to your why. Y'all know what y'all why is. What is that? What is your why? And is your goal attached to that? Is it relevant to that? All right, for example, all right, losing 10 pounds in 12 weeks is relevant because it will help me move towards a healthier me so I can get off my blood pressure medications. Or another example, working out 3 days a week for 30 minutes will help me prioritize myself and make exercise a lifestyle and not just a temporary thing. Okay, you see how that makes it more deeper than just saying, I just want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, but why? How is that relevant to you? Like I asked y'all, when you tell me what you want to do, okay, but why? What is that going to do for you? That's what relevant is in your goals. What is that going to do for you when you actually reach this goal? How is that relevant to your lifestyle? How is that going to impact your life in a positive way? Okay. And you want to include that in your goal. Okay. So that it's clear, so that it reminds you of why you're doing what you're doing. And last but not least is timely. Okay. Your goals should have a specific time period in which you plan to achieve your goal. Okay, you don't want to leave the time frame so open to where you never start or you never finish your goal. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have done that, because I've done that. You set a goal, then put a time, a day, or nothing on it, and it probably didn't get done. Most likely it didn't get done because we can't, it's just us, like as humans, we can't give ourselves too long to do stuff and not put something on it to make us get up and move now. Okay, and make us actually get up and do something because we got an end date. All right, so you have to make sure you put that time frame on it. So your time frame in this case would be the duration of this challenge. Okay. All right, so for the 12 weeks, what are you wanting to achieve for the 12 weeks that you have in this challenge? All right, write that down. It must be, so you're going to put your goal and then you're going to put 12 weeks. Okay. All right, so just to recap, your goal needs to be specific. Okay. It needs to be specific. Number one. Exactly what is it that you want to achieve? What is that main goal that you want? All right. It must be measurable. How are you going to measure this goal? Okay. How are you going to measure it? It got to be attainable. It got to be realistic. Make sure it's attainable. All right. Make sure it's relevant to your life and your lifestyle and what you want to achieve, and make sure you put a time on it. Okay. So let's do an example. So let's take the 10 pounds. The 10 pound example. All right, so say my goal is I want to lose weight. Okay, so now that I've gone through the SMART goal setting, I want to lose exactly 10 pounds. Okay, I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, and it got to be attainable. Okay, well, I want to lose 10 pounds in 12 weeks. That's attainable. All right, boom, I'm doing good. So I want to lose 10 pounds in 12 weeks. That's the beginning of my goal. Okay, but why? Why, Joya? Why? How is that relevant to you? Well, I want to lose 10 pounds in 12 weeks because it's really going to help with my confidence, and I'm going to be able to wear my dress that I always want to get into. Like, I got a favorite dress that I want to wear, and it's really going to help me do that, and I'm going to increase my confidence so much. All right, boom, it's relevant to me because I want to be more confident. I want to wear my favorite dress again, something I've never been able to wear in months now. I want to get back to that place. I want to get back to that person. Okay, so it's relevant to me. All right, and timely. I said I'm gonna do it in 12 weeks. Okay, so I have all my parameters set. I got the way I'm gonna measure it is specific. It got a time on it and it's relevant to what I want in my life and what I want to see and what I want to achieve. Okay. So I want you guys to make sure that your goals are smart goals. All right. So make sure that you guys are writing down your goals. Okay. When you write this goal down, of course, I want you to send me a picture of it. All right. That's the accountability part. You're going to write down your SMART goal that we just went over, and you're going to send me a picture of it. All right. After that, I want you to put it in a place where you can see it every single day, whether that's taking a picture and putting it on your phone, whether that's putting it up on the mirror in the bathroom, in the kitchen, like wherever you go every day, putting it up in the car, on a dashboard. Like I need you to see that goal wherever you go. Okay. And you may need to write it multiple times and put it in multiple areas. When you go to the refrigerator, put it right up there so you can remember, okay, this is your goal. Watch what you're doing.